Well, welcome back to part 2. I'll get on with it. I hope you like it. Well, it's been left overnight now, so I'll take the clamps off and we'll see what it's like. Hopefully it's worked. That's a bit heavy. Right, this all looks good. Nice and flat. What I need to do now is the boring part and give it all the right good sand. So I get set up for that and then I'll put that on fast forward while I'm doing it, because I don't think you'll want to watch me just standing for about an hour. Extractor fan going, so you won't be able to hear much. Then I'll start sanding. I'll have an hour of doing that, and I don't think you'll want to watch me for an hour, so I'll turn you back on once I've done about an hour's sanding. Right, well that's the sanding done to within an inch of its life, a couple of hours. I've also, as you notice, cut it to size. I just did that with a handsaw. I didn't think you'd want to see me doing that as well. So next job, I'll be filling all these little gaps with some filler, letting that go off, and then sand it all again to make it all nice and smooth from the gaps that I've filled, because I'll leave the filler proud a little bit. So I'll do that and I'll show you again. Right, that's the filler mixed. So now I'll just fill all the gaps. Right, so that's that done. Put the lid on and put it away, and I'll leave it about half an hour to an hour, depending on what else I'm doing. Let it dry properly, then I give it all a really good sand again, and then any bits that haven't quite filled, you fill it in right at end for your final sanding. Right, it's been left to dry enough now. So I'm just going to give it a sand and then we'll see what it looks like after that. I will speed it up because there'll be no point, because you won't be able to hear anything because of the sound. Right, I'll carry on, but I won't film it all. Now once I've got it all done and it's all off, the filler, I'll then fill some little gaps up and then I'll sand all them again. I'll show you once that's all done. Now that's all sanded, I'll just fill these bits that have been missed. There's not much, but we don't want any water getting in, making it come apart, so we fill it. That's it. So now I've got to leave that again another half an hour. I'll just clean everything up and then we'll come back and stand it all again. Right, that's it being left half an hour and dry. Now it just needs sanding again. I'll get that done and I'll show you when it's finished. Right, that's that ready now. Sand it to within an inch of its life. So now it's ready for its first coat of oil, which will protect it. It needs about 3 or 4 coats of oil. I think I'll use Danish oil. I think that'll be good enough for it. So once I get it ready for that, I'll start doing that and I'll show you that. Right, I just put a glove on, got a bit of cloth and some Rustin's Danish oil, and now I'm just going to rub it in for the first coat. Put plenty on for the first coat, do the sides. I've just lifted it up off the worktop with 2 bits of wood, and I can get down to do the sides properly and the front. Put plenty on, keep dipping it in. First few coats, it doesn't matter which way you do it, with the grain, against the grain. These bits aren't being shown, so it doesn't particularly matter too much. The only bit that's being shown is the top. So if you do get a few spills down the side, it doesn't really matter, but it does at the front. Make sure you rub it well in. Make sure it's well covered, like I said. Once it's all on, just go one way then, just to wipe off the excess. I'll just do that in case there's any runs. You can put that into the tub, put the lid on, and that'll stay long enough until the next coat, which is in about 4 hours. depending on how warm it is. It says 4 to 6 hours per coat. So it's quite warm today, so I'll leave that 4 hours. And we'll come back when it's ready for the next coat. Right. Now there's just one final coat to put on. It's that 2 coats. I'll put a third on just to make sure. That's what they say to put onto bare wood. So I'll put the third coat on, leave it to dry, and it's just a matter of putting it in place where it's going. So I'll just put the third coat on. It's just a case of rubbing it in. Put a bit on the front because that's seen. Doesn't matter too much about the sides because that's not seen. And now I'll just go with the grain with it and take off the excess. Put that back in there and it can be used again for something else. And that's now done. I'll show you the end then once it's in place, when it's dried. It's leaving again about another 4 to 6 hours to dry. Then I'll put it in place and show you when it's all finished. And that's the finished product, all in place, the wood store at the side of the fire. So I hope you liked it. Like and subscribe. Thank you.